Yeah, he's got a mic and a mind full of thunder. Got a take that'll make you wonder. From rants to guests, reviews in the zone. It's Dick Buttons and the Vengeance on. It's the world according to Dick Buttons, where the truth's unfiltered and fun. He'll rant, he'll rave, he'll drop that bomb, then laugh when the job's all done. So grab your drink, kick back, and tune in. You never know where the show's going, 'cause it's the world according to Dick Buttons.
That's right, everybody. This is The World According to Dick Buttons. I'm Dick Buttons, and I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart for clicking play on this week's episode. Strap in, pour yourself a drink, and let's fucking go.
Time to rant. Time to rant. Dick's under control. Time to rant. Yeah. Time to rant.
Oh, buckle up, my friends, or don't, because apparently nobody on the road gives a crap anymore. Because today, we're talking about one of the biggest plagues in modern civilization, the people who don't move when the light turns green. You know exactly who I'm talking about. The green light zombies, the red light rejects, the human roadblocks, the oh sorry, was that important drivers of America. Light turns green. Green, the universal sign for go, move, drive, proceed, you beautiful idiot. And what do? Not a damn thing. They sit there like they're waiting for a personal invitation from God himself. What are they doing? Reading, texting, filing taxes, eating a burrito the size of a bowling pin, painting a Michelangelo-level masterpiece on their eyelids? You can see them through the windshield, head down, slack jaw, phone glowing like they're communicating with the dead. Meanwhile, the rest of us, the humans actually trying to get somewhere, we're behind them, losing years off of our lives. And here's the kicker. You honk, just a little polite, hey buddy, wake up. The world is turning, honk. And they have the audacity to act offended. Like you're the problem. Like you're the one who violated the sacred moment of silence they need to finish texting. Unfucking believable. Are they clueless? Yes. Are they inconsiderate? Yes. Are they single-handedly destroying the flow of civilization? Yes again. And in classic Dick Buttons fashion, I've got some punishments for these assholes. The mandatory loudspeaker system. Every car gets a PA speaker that automatically shouts, hey, the light is green and you're ruining America at 120 decibels the moment someone doesn't move within 1.5 seconds. The rolling road treadmill. If you don't move when the light turns green, the road beneath your car turns into a treadmill and injects your vehicle off the intersection like a failed carnival ride. Bye-bye. Text somewhere else, jackass. The makeup jail. If you're doing your makeup at a red light and miss green, boom, you're sentenced to 30 days of beauty school where the instructor slapped the lipstick out of your hand every time you pick it up. And the slow driver shame sticker. Your car instantly gets a giant glowing rooftop sign that reads, I don't move on green. Stay far away. Visible from space, NASA will track you. Look, driving's not complicated. Green means go. Go. Move your ass. Stop making the rest of us suffer because you can't peel your eyes away from Instagram or your breakfast burrito. If you want to sleep, snack, scroll, swipe, or do your eyeliner, do it at fucking home, not at the front of the line holding back 40 people trying to get to work. Move when the light turns green. It's not rocket science. Hell, it's barely kindergarten level direction following. All right, folks, gather around because today's rant is about something that has pushed me, a grown man with patience thinner than a Taco Bell napkin, right to the brink of insanity. Fast food establishments, we need to talk. Why, and I mean why, are these places acting like sauce packets or rare artifacts from the lost city of Atlantis? Why are they hoarding them like they're gold bars inside Fort Knox? Did I miss the memo that mild sauce is now a precious commodity traded on the stock market? I pull up to the window with an order the size of a small family reunion. 7 tacos, maybe a burrito, maybe some nachos. I'm feeling spicy. And what do I get handed? One single sauce packet. One. What in the hell am I supposed to do with one sauce packet? You think I'm out there microdosing flavor? You think I'm trying to season my food like I'm conducting a lab experiment in precision? What am I supposed to do? Dab each taco with a toothpick and a whisper? Hope you enjoy your tiny hint of sauce. No, I need sauce. Tacos need sauce. The entire point of the packet is sauce distribution. And then you ask for more. And what happens? They look at you like you just requested access to the vault, like you're some kind of sauce criminal trying to smuggle contraband across the border. Oh, we can only give you two extra. Two? Two extra what? Two extra packets for 7 tacos? That's like giving someone one napkin to clean up a spilled Slurpee. And don't even get me started on the places that charge for extra sauce. Are you fucking kidding me? Charging me for a packet that cost them 0.000003 cents on bulk order. This isn't caviar, guys. It's taco sauce. And here's the best part. I've seen the boxes back in the kitchen. A mountain of sauce packets piled high like the world's spiciest Jenga tower. Thousands of them, millions of them, enough sauce to drown a small town. But could I have 3? No. They close that drawer like they're sealing the Ark of the Covenant. If I bought 7 tacos, give me 7 fucking packets of sauce at minimum, bare minimum. Why is this complicated? Hell, be generous. Make it 10, make it 12. I don't care. Just stop treating sauce like it's an endangered species. If there's a sauce shortage somewhere, tell me. I will start a charity. I'll adopt a sauce packet. I will host a benefit concert. But until then, give me the damn sauce. Fast food joints, listen to me. I'm not asking for diamonds. I'm asking for flavor. Help a man out. All right, pull the car over, buckle the hell up, and prepare yourself because this rant, this rant hits me right in the rage gland. We're talking about those motorized chimneys out there. The people who drive around puffing away like it's 1972. And then they flick the cigarette butt out the window like the planet is their personal ashtray. What the actual fuck? I see it all the time. You're driving along, minding your own business, and suddenly a tiny fireball comes flying at your windshield like Mario Kart. Like, are you out of your fucking mind? Let's break this down. You smoke in your car. Fine. That's your lungs, not mine. But then you decide, hey, you know what? I'm done with this burning tube of chemicals. I think I'll just launch it into the street. Why? Why would you ever think this is okay? Where do these people live? Mount Doom? Are they expecting the earth itself to whisper, it's cool, bro. I got it. No, you're littering. You're throwing burning trash out of a moving vehicle like you're some kind of nicotine-powered t-shirt cannon. And don't even hit me with the classic excuse, it's biodegradable. Oh, really? So was your brain, apparently. Cigarette butts contain filters, toxins, plastics. They take years to break down. Years! And in the meantime, they start fires. They melt shit. They roll into storm drains. They end up in rivers, oceans, and God knows where else. You ever see a beautiful forest? Want to guess how many of those are burning because Chad the chain smoker didn't feel like using his car's ashtray? Unfucking real. These people act like the world is just one giant trash can. Oh, let me just flick this flaming cancer wand out the window into the world. Nature will take care of it. You know what punishment I'd give them? Here are a few. Every time they flick a cigarette, they're forced to eat it, filter and all. Bon appetit, Captain Smokestack. They must walk behind a street cleaning crew for 8 hours picking up every single butt they find. And if they miss one, start over, champ. And finally, a giant blinking sign on their car. I throw lit garbage out my window because I'm a menace. Look, if you want to smoke, smoke. It's your choice, but stop flinging your flaming trash around like you're sowing seeds of stupidity across the highways of America. In conclusion, if you're one of these cigarette-flinging jackasses, you need help. You need a conscience, and you need to clean up after yourself like a grown-ass human being. Stop treating the world like your ashtray people, and stop trying to set my car on fire. I've got enough problems. Next time one of these hits my windshield, I swear, I'm chasing them down. All right, buckle up, because I've had it. I fucking had it. I cannot, and I repeat, cannot be the only person out here wondering what in the ever-loving, content-spewing, brain cell-slaughtering hell has happened to television. Turn on the TV today, and what do you find? A wasteland. A landfill, a steaming, pulsing compost heap of shows nobody asked for, nobody wanted, and nobody, and I mean nobody, should be subjected to. I'm sitting there scrolling 400 channels, 12 streaming services, enough content to fill a Library of Congress, and what do I see? Garbage. Just pure, unfiltered, uncut garbage. You've got dating shows where people pretend to fall in love through walls. You've got cooking shows where they make cakes shaped like toilets. You've got reality shows starring people who shouldn't be trusted with scissors, let alone camera crew in 13 episodes. And don't get me started on the influencer shows. Oh, look, here's a 19-year-old with a ring light telling us how to live. Why? Why is this content? Who greenlit this? Who sat in a meeting and said, "Yes, Todd, fantastic idea. Let's give a show to someone whose only talent is making duck lips and saying like every other third word." Meanwhile, the good stuff, the stuff with writing, with acting, with heart, that stuff gets canceled faster than a celebrity apology tour. Oh, you like a smart, clever, well-written show? Too bad. It's canceled because it didn't appeal to the 18 to 34 demographic who apparently only watches people yelling at each other on boats. And the streaming services, they don't even pretend anymore. Every week they drop 12 brand new shows, all look exactly the same. Dark hallway, whispering dialogue, everyone wearing beige, and a title like The Ones Who Stayed Forgotten or The Shadows of Yesterday's Fire. What the fuck does that even mean? Are these plot lines or fridge magnet poems? And then they have the nerve to raise subscription prices. Oh, here's your bill, Dick. It's $19.99 a month now for content you won't watch and shows you didn't ask for. Listen, TV used to be an escape. Now it feels like a punishment. You finish scrolling and end up watching some show about people bidding on abandoned storage lockers because at least that makes sense. TV today is like someone dumped a bucket of random nonsense into a blender and hit puree, poured it onto your screen and said, "Enjoy." Well, guess what? I don't enjoy. I do not enjoy one bit. Make TV great again. And no, not that way. I mean actually great, with scripts, with creativity, with characters who don't speak in dramatic whispers like they're afraid to wake the baby. Until then, I'll be on YouTube watching 1980 commercials because apparently that's where the real entertainment went to die. TV programmers, streaming execs, producers of shows about people yelling on yachts, you're all on notice. And I want better. I deserve better. We all deserve better. Cakes shaped like toilets? I swear to God, I can't do this anymore.
Circuits hum, and the ideas fly. Creativity hits the sky. Dick's got the legends, yeah, they're all able. It's time to spin the AI round table. Beats and pixels, heart and soul. AI, music's on a roll. Sit down, plug in if you're willing and able. You're tuned to the AI round table.
Welcome, creators, innovators, and sonic explorers, to a brand new segment here on The World According to Dick Buttons. This is the AI Music Roundtable, where some of the most talented and trailblazing minds in the AI music universe come together to talk shop. Not just about beats and bytes, but about inspiration, the grind, technique, and the pitfalls, and the creative chaos that fuels this new digital frontier. And this week, we've got a powerhouse panel. First up, Professor Jacket Music, the visionary mastermind behind Madison, Colton Lynch, Knockfire, Miss Vixie, and The Villains, just to name a few. His creative universe doesn't just make music, it tells stories. His video work, nothing short of cinematic sorcery, where every frame feels like a scene from a movie and every sound lands like a plot twist. Professor Jacket Music isn't just an artist, he's a world builder. One of the rare creators who fuses character, concept, and sound into complete experiences that pull you into entire dimensions of AI-driven storytelling. Through his groundbreaking use of cutting-edge AI technology fused with pure human artistry, PJM and his collaborators craft original songs, visually stunning music videos, and bold reimaginings of popular hits. Every project carries a signature touch, innovation, depth, and cinematic emotion. But PGM is more than just a label. It's a movement, a growing creative collective built to empower artists to define their own personas, shape their own worlds, and share their voices with the global stage. From experimental visionaries to next-gen performers, PJM is cultivating a roster of fearless talent ready to redefine what music can be. Next up, Tim Peggs, the creative mind and mastermind behind the one and only Alice Tanner. And really, need I say more? In the ever-expanding universe of AI music, Alice Tanner has become nothing short of iconic, a benchmark for what happens when creativity, emotion, and technical mastery collide. Every song, every video was a cinematic experience, a journey into a bold, imaginative world where storytelling meets sonic innovation. No genre is too daring, no visual too ambitious, because when Tim Peggs creates, boundaries simply don't exist. His artistry transforms data into emotion, pixels into performance, and algorithms into pure magic. At this point, Alice Tanner almost feels real, and that's entirely thanks to Tim's unmatched vision, passion, and dedication as both an AI artist and a storyteller. He doesn't just use technology, he humanizes it. And that's why this AI Music Roundtable wouldn't be the same without him. Tim Peggs just doesn't push the envelope, he redesigns it, reshapes it, and sends it straight into the future. Next joining the roundtable is Jai the Poet, a lyrical force of nature whose words cut through the noise and reach straight for the soul. His message, his visuals, his vision, they define what AI music can truly be when art meets innovation. Jai the Poet stands as an independent artist based in Detroit, Michigan, and his work is as diverse as the city itself. Known as a storyteller at heart, he seamlessly blends music, poetry, and raw emotion, crafting songs that are not just heard but felt. He's the creator of Detroit Glitchbap and founder of Resonant Records. His genre range defies boundaries, spanning Detroit hip hop, neo soul, folk, blues, and even industrial rock. Yet his signature is unmistakable, honest, heartfelt, and deeply human. His lyrics explore love, resilience, mental health, and the beauty within life's raw moments, reflecting the kind of introspection that connects creators and listeners alike. He represents the soul of the AI music movement, an artist who proves that technology may assist creation, but authenticity will always be human. Having Jai the Poet at this AI music roundtable brings balance, a reminder that beneath every beat and algorithm, there's a heartbeat. And rounding out the table, when it comes to AI music, there are creators and then there are visionaries. And Dom Ferraro sits firmly in the latter category. Dom is the creator and curator of the AI Music Society Facebook group, a vibrant community where creators, innovators, and enthusiasts from around the world come together to share, discuss, and celebrate the rapidly evolving art of AI generated music. Under his leadership, the group has grown into one of the most respected and active hubs in the AI music space. Alongside his talented team, Dom has launched monthly contests, daily creative challenges, and open forums that continue to inspire collaboration and innovation across genres and platforms. His vision didn't stop there. The group's overwhelming success has led to the creation of a dedicated website, the AIMusicSociety.com, which now hosts contests, features artist spotlights, and even includes a merch shop showcasing designs and products from the group's own AI creators. Beyond being an organizer, Dom Ferraro is also an AI artist and creator himself. With a deep understanding of both the technical and emotional side of generative art, his ability to bring creativity with community has helped shape the AI Music Society into a true movement, one where art, technology, and imagination collide. Having Dom on this AI Music Roundtable isn't just an honor, it's essential. His perspective, experience, and passion continue to drive the community forward and remind us why this revolution in sound is only just the beginning. Together, they're all pulling up chairs to talk with yours truly, Dick Buttons, about what drives them, what challenges them, and what keeps the gears of creativity turning in this brave new world of AI generated sound. So grab your headphones, charge your inspiration meters, and let's dive in because the conversation starts now. We have a room full of very talented people, and we're going to pick their brain tonight. As you heard in the intro, we have Tim Peggs, the creator of Alice Tanner, Professor Jacket Music, Madison, the villains, Colton Lynch, I could go on, Jai the Poet, amazing artist. Of his videos are the craziest things that I've seen, and the curator and creator of our home that we love to visit and frequent, Dom Ferraro, the AI Music Society guru. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hello.
All right, so we have some topics that each of you have given me to talk about, and we'll start with Tim.
Yep.
Tim's topic was AI musicians, the death of creativity or the rebirth of imagination. What say you, Tim?
Wow. Okay, so I'll posture for it's a creative outlet, and looking at the people on the screen in front of me now, I would never have had any opportunity to express my creativity without AI. I think I'd been suppressed for far too long. I'd not so much as penned a word about a year ago, and I have over 100 songs now for Alice, and that creativity has been able to be poured out of me for the last year or so. That's been stuck inside me for so long, and not wanting to get too deep already, but it probably has saved my life, having that ability to express my creativity. There you go. There's my argument for it. I would not be here today physically, mentally, spiritually without AI music.
We're glad you're here, buddy.
And I think the cool thing too is we, like you mentioned it, we all push each other, like you said, drawn out of you. Like every day I go on and listen, and now with the Fresh Friday thing, it is like a drug, man. It is. You want to impress, you want to bring out your best, you want to do. So I think I'll chime in. I think AI is the rebirth of imagination. I think there's no depth to creativity at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think quite the opposite. I think it's a means to getting that creativity out there. Yes, there is AI slop out there. Of course there is. But there's some pretty awful, authentic musicians out there too. Let's be honest with you. Let's just look at the chart music predominantly. And that's another reason why I think I got into it, was I was sick of the blandness. I don't know what your chart's like over there, like what your Billboard's like over there, but our UK chart just full of blandness. There's nothing, there's no storytelling, and I'm sure Jay might pick up on that as well. There's no storytelling in the songs. I don't think there's been a band in the UK top 40 for something like 20 years now or something like that. There's no real live musicians getting out there. And I think that was another reason I was just fed up with hearing just the mediocrity, and let's just give it a go myself. See what pops out at the other end. It can't be any worse, can it?
I agree.
I completely agree. The only place you're going to find any music or artists that are making a name for themselves in any way, shape, or form, that have a message and tell a story, are the ones in the underground that aren't part of any major record label.
Yeah, they're there. Exactly. They are there. They are there, but they're just not mainstream. But they are there if you look for them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not to say that, and you guys could slap me through the screen if you want. That's not to say that Taylor Swift doesn't have a message in her music, or.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. There's tons. Well, okay, that's fair in terms of newer music. Yes, that's fair.
But that's why she's as big as she is, because she stands out from the rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there are those who shit on her though, right? I mean,
Well, it doesn't matter who you are. Somebody's going to shit on you.
I shit on her fans more than I shit on her.
Yeah, I knew it was going to go in that direction, Jay.
What would your fans be called, guys? That's a good one quick intertwined question. If you had a fan club, what would each of your fans be called?
Well, Madison already calls her fans besties.
Okay.
Like Swift. Well, it's like Swifties, but besties.
I get it.
Tim?
Yeah. Mad Hatters.
Oh. Jai?
I like it.
Record Heads.
Perfect.
Nice.
Dom, come on, you have a fan base as well.
Fatties, come on. I have no idea. Well, all my fans are women, of course, so I would just call them.
Of course, that goes without saying.
The Vixens. Of course.
I like that. I thought about that. I mean, if all my fans were women, I guess Dick's Chicks could work, but
wouldn't it just be The Fallen?
What?
The Fallen?
Oh, PJ, I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything else to be said on that first topic, or do you want to move to the second topic?
Said by peace.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think those who think it's the death creativity are scared of it or don't know enough about it to make an educated statement on it.
Well, can I say something about it?
Sure.
I think it comes down to it's a different kind of creativity, right? To Tim's point, it's a means to creativity. And I don't understand why we can't all exist, all the creatives that are out there, the traditional musicians, us, traditional painters, people using AI to create art. We're all using our creativity, and there should just be a level of mutual respect in the creative community that's not there. And it's beyond just a lack of respect in a lot of cases, right? It is just direct attacks, hatred. My God, you bring up AI, and I'm in a lot of groups, and I know some of you guys are too, and you see it. There's this absolute bias against anything artificial intelligence. It's scary, I get it, but it's also doing wonderful things. To Tim's point, it's helping so many people with mental health, but we can talk about that later.
I think the people that are saying it's the death of creativity are the people that haven't given it a chance or tried it and seen how in depth and how much thought goes into actually creating what we create.
Yeah.
And I'll take the counter to that. I for those who say what we do is not creative, I disagree. There's so much, like you look at Fresh Friday Fest and the videos that are shown and the songs that are played, it to say that there's no creativity, and I'm not saying any of us say that, but there are the naysayers to say that there's zero creativity in that. I totally disagree.
Yeah, the creativity is everywhere. You'd see it left and right. Everywhere you look in this community is so much creativity, so much talent. It's amazing.
And I don't know if you guys saw the news this week. There was some artist who was getting on a soapbox about AI, saying that it should be like when there's labels on food that say gluten-free. That if you write a song, it should be stamped at AI assisted. I forget, it was a rapper.
I want auto-tune. I want auto-tune labels and Melodyne labels and all the things that people are using.
Yeah, exactly. That's why that argument holds no water to me. But
yeah, it's ridiculous.
But what do I do? All right, who wants to go next with their topic? Do you want me to just pick, or does anybody want to step up? All right, PJ, your topic was the YouTube channel grind and the temptation of taking the easy route.
Yep. So what I mean about that is if you type in AI music in YouTube, you're going to get like thousands of different cover songs from people who, like right now, Eminem's the big one for people to make cover music for. So if you just type in like AI Eminem, you're going to get all these different versions of like, this is the 1950s version of Eminem. This is the metal version of Eminem. Right. And they've got 23, 27, 36,000 views for each one of these things.
Right.
And I basically look at it like, well, we could do that, but we could do that even better. But you kind of lose like the heart and soul of what we're actually doing here by doing that. The temptation is there to try and, get viewers and get followers. Like we work our butts off to try to get subscribers and viewers and people to watch our stuff. But it could be as simple as just making a cover song of a famous artist. And I know that's not allowed by Suno, and it's not the right way to do things, but that temptation is there. And I see that as being the easy route on trying to get subscribers, because we struggle. I'm not at 500 subscribers yet, and I've been doing this for a year now.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I have over probably like 140 videos, and yeah, still sitting at like 480 subscribers. It's hard not to take the easy route, is what I'm saying. But I think if we stick through it and YouTube figures out what this algorithm thing that it's doing right now, where it's just not allowing much AI to get views to the algorithm, we stick it out, I think we could be successful.
Now, are any of you tempted, do you think it's as easy, PJ, as having we do what we do. If we do one of those covers and it just gets eyes on the channel, are you saying that's the easy way out, or are you saying just do that type of thing?
I'm saying that would be the easy way out if we did something like that. But I wouldn't feel right about it, So like what we do full-fledged music videos, and we're doing our own either written or help written by ChatGPT songs. These are just people who are taking an Eminem song, writing into Suno, hey, make this 1950s version.
Right.
And then they're putting a still image to it. Nothing else. It's not moving. There's no lip sync. It's just a still image of Eminem in 1950s clothing, and the whole song plays out. And they got 50,000 views and like 1,000 subscribers. That
pisses me off a little bit. It
doesn't feel right. Yeah. So
can I chime in?
Yeah, definitely. Go for
it. So I have one cover song released. I'm sure some of you know that are part of a few of the Discord groups that we're part of. I didn't say anything about it to anybody until I got the licensure and it was fully released. It's the only cover song I will do, and it does happen to be an Eminem song, but it's because it resonates with me and I knew I could do it justice. Yeah. I don't have a video for it, and I think I've only got 27 or 30 listens on it.
Really?
So yeah. But I thought it'd be a great song for me to cover and do justice, because somebody was like, you gotta cover something. I'm like, and I found it. So I was like, oh shit, that could actually work.
With a video. Get Doc to help you with a video.
Yeah, Doc will make that.
The intent is to actually shoot a live action video in downtown Detroit for that.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Nice. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'll join up with you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. Detroit's like 3 hours away. Let me know when you want to do it.
That would be
I'll fly.
You guys need to do that. We should all get together in Detroit.
Yeah.
Awesome. Long trip, Tim. I mean, that's gonna
it's got to happen. It's the World Cup over your place next year, so I might try and tie the two together, maybe.
That'd be awesome.
I have a question, PJ. What do you think about people that take an old song? I mean, let's say an old song, any song, and they kind of rewrite it, but it's still identifiable. Is that still taking the easy way out if you put a little more effort into it?
The Zanzibar route?
Oh, I wasn't gonna name drop anybody, but you had to. He saw my face. He knows what I did yesterday. I'm not a nice person.
Say, I haven't really seen any of Zanzibar stuff. I really haven't. I don't know.
Oh no!
Most recently, Zanzibar took the White Wedding music, and then I think altered the lyrics a little bit to the Reaper, one of his characters. So that's what I was thinking about when you said that. But I actually, to be honest, I actually have a Painted Black by the Rolling Stones. I have a version of that with a full-length music video. And I just kind of altered the tone a little bit, and it's sang by a female instead of a male. And there's no views there. Like, it hasn't done very well. Like, Madison will pass that up, no problem.
Well, cheese fries. So, that gets
yeah, just the cheese fries. But yeah, I dabbled in that because it's so different from the original version. And I had a good story that I wanted to put behind it. I mean, I could go over it if you guys wanted to, but we're trying to make this a little shorter. But you could check it out on my channel if you'd like. But there's a whole different story and plot in the way that you look at that original song, Painted Black, that I felt like I just had to do it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, does it bother you?
Sorry, what's that?
Adam?
I was just going to say, I just covered the Codaline song All She Wants, but I didn't want it to go anywhere. I wanted to do it as a live performance. Having seen that song by Detour Soundscape where they did the live performance on Fresh Friday, I just wanted to see what Alice would sound like. So that was sung by a male originally, obviously slightly reworded from Alice's perspective with a female live voice. Just wanted to see what it sounded like more than anything else. But different, same lyrics but different song. I think definitely.
Yeah,
but I don't think I'll do. I don't think I'll do any more. Honestly, I prefer the original stuff that I write.
right. Isn't it a bigger issue if you change the lyrics? Because if you go on YouTube and you type in like cover song, there'll be like underground bands who do cover songs for popular songs all the time, but they're not changing any of the lyrics. I think it's when you change the lyrics that it becomes an issue with the copyright. Am I correct about that?
You mean they have an issue if you change the lyrics?
If you're altering their lyrics with their music, you're changing the song that they have made. But it's still
the instrumentals are protected under copyright.
Yeah, it's called.
Thank you.
It's a derivative work, I think.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. Mm-hmm.
If you change the melody or the words, and that's a separate kind of licensing,
Mm-hmm.
But we're in the Wild West right now, right?
We are.
Are we gonna end up like Metallica's fans? I don't know. I mean, I don't have anything really exciting for them to take, but it's the Wild West right now.
But lyrics are protected under copyright too, as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. I think even the paid Suno subscription, you have your stuff is yours.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Yes, as well as documenting it through something like ASCAP. I document all my lyrics for any song that I release. And they use your ISRC code for any song that you've released as well to protect it.
All right,
so there are some get-arounds.
Since we're on the YouTube topic, and then we'll get to the next topic, how many of you write the song, you do a great video, and like PJ said, there's hardly any views. Do you get upset or mad or dejected or what are your feelings when you see that?
Yeah, I get a little upset, and then I go and vent to Dom.
Yeah, it can be discouraging for sure when you put so much time into something, and then like the people who do watch it, the 20 or 30 people that do watch it, say they absolutely love it, they like it, they comment on it, like you're getting positive vibes left and right. And then the next thing you know, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And you're like, I put in weeks of work into this, and it was super cool when I showed it to everybody for the first time and everybody loved it. But then past those 30 people, your fans basically, and then nobody watches it or cares about it at all. It's disheartening.
It is. And it's funny, I show my my kids, no one gives a shit, right? I mean, and you would think, yeah, they just don't get it. Like one of my friends does, and he actually is writing his own stuff now with Suno, and he's gonna have he needs a spot for week 7, guys. So he's gonna have a video to put on Fresh Friday Fest. But I get dejected sometimes. I think back to the first video I ever, like the first full-blown storyboard, all clips, was We Deliver, the title track from Fallen Angels album. And I was so excited to post it that next morning, and nothing. And I think I said to one of you, I think it was Dom, I think I vented to somebody here. I was like, what the hell, man? I really thought this was going to get more. Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like you put so much time into it, and then nothing. It's just like it's not being fed in the right direction, and I don't know how we find that right direction. Yeah, we have this community here with AI Music Society and AI Music Fight Club. But how do we get it outside of that, and how do we get people interested who are not part of those groups? And I think that's where we're struggling, because we're just going in a big circle.
Well, I think there's a lot of value to sharing and doing how we do in these communities. But you're right. I mean, we need to get to the fans, right? I mean, we need each other as creators. Iron sharpens iron, of course.
Absolutely.
But how do you get to the fans? And I just was having a conversation with someone earlier today. I'm starting to wonder if it's, and I neglect my channel. I don't really have time. I haven't put stuff out in a long time. Hopefully that's going to change. But I see everybody, I talk to everybody, and I feel like maybe putting the effort into trying to figure out the algorithm and make it work for you, maybe that's a waste of time, right? I mean, because just hear me out. I think it comes down to external marketing. You know, you need to figure out, how do you target the fans? There has to be, you know, a way to, and I know there is, to get in front of radio stations, local, you know, start with local stations, try and get play, you know, that kind of thing, because I feel like it's a gamble, right? Like YouTube is like a slot machine and you don't know. I mean, you guys are going to pull that handle, you know, how many times, and you might hit the jackpot and you might not. And I don't mean to be discouraging. It's just kind of, I see so many people in our community struggling and really like getting depressed because their channels aren't succeeding. And I have two questions for them. One is, how do you define success, right? Because somebody might have, when you hit 500, that's a milestone for you, right, PJ? So we're going to celebrate that. You're stoked about it. But is that enough? You know,
No.
like what is there a number that makes you feel like, okay, I'm successful now?
Well,
And most people haven't even thought about it.
I'll quote the great Gene Simmons of KISS, who said, you know, once you get your first million, you want your second million.
Okay.
And once you have your second million, you want your third million.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
So I think the goalpost consistently moves every time you achieve a little bit of greatness.
But do you ever take a moment then to say, I did it, I'm successful, I'm going to go for that second million, but I'm going to enjoy the shit out of this first million? Because
Yeah, I agree with that.
First million.
And this is going to sound so hokey and so like I'm kissing all your guys' asses and the people in the group, but anytime somebody says something positive about something that I do in our group or on any group or anything, I think that's a win. I look at that as a win.
Yeah.
You connected with somebody, they connected with what you did, and they felt the need to say something about it more than just hitting a like or a heart. I think that's a win.
I'll define success for me personally is 3 a.m. in the morning speaking to 4 complete strangers stateside, because that is success for me, because I've met an incredible group of people, like-minded people, crazy people, very creative, brilliant people, brilliant minds. That for me is success. And I, like many of us, I've struggled as well as chasing those numbers all the time. That's why I wrote the song Give about it, because I was struggling myself with, why is no one listening to my music? So my mantra now is simply to give. And people, if they want to listen to it, they'll listen to it, and those who enjoy it will enjoy it. Yep. And we might not be the generation that's successful in this. We are the pioneers at the moment. I'm about a year in. We're all about a year in. We might not be the ones who are successful with this. It might be the next generation behind us. When the Mayflower landed, they didn't build the Empire State Building within the first year, did they?
That's true.
It took some time to get to that point. We're very much in that embryonic stage still at the moment, and it might not be us that has that success, but we're forging that pathway, aren't we, for the next batch of people to come through?
Literally building a foundation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I think
creating a legacy.
PJ and Jai are young enough; they may see some of it. Us old guys,
there's
no chance. All right, Jai, we're gonna go.
I'm showing my daughter how to make. I'm showing my daughter how to make music and how to make music videos as well. So she is going to be that next generation that we're paving it for.
There you go.
And your legacy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna drink to that too.
There we go. All right, let's go to Jai's topic before we gotta get Tim back to bed, and the same with John. His topic is truth and satire and the delivery of difficult subjects.
Okay, so we all love comedy, right? We all love a good laugh. Everybody loves a good laugh. Personally, though, my kind of comedy is the dark and serious comedy. The kind of comedy that touches base on serious topics, but makes you laugh about it while you think afterwards. Satire is truth with a laugh track delay. You laugh first and the bruise shows up. And I'm Jay the Poet, creator of Detroit Glitch Pat. truth in satire and how you carry hard topics without turning the room into a fire squad. It's like thinking about George Carlin with his sharp wit and Hicks' electric voltage, the way he was able to deliver so quickly. You define it, you cut it, you pay the price, and you still love the people. And the way I've used their kinds of methods and use of satire and recent work, such as Contaminated Airwaves and Comment Section Cemetery, I poke fun at the outrage economy. We reference rage like a slot machine. House always wins, and the house is ad tech. On my record, the fake broadcast voice is the joke. The payload is that outrage. Is that outrage as a business model? If the incentive is attention, truth loses on to spectacle. Laugh at the trick, then kill the incentive. Verify once a day. Don't share rage cold, and pay one indie voice you trust. And I poke fun at censorship and curation with Censor Me and Digital Maze, Reality Not Found. Moderation is a volume knob. Censorship is cutting the mic. We blur those on purpose because free speech makes great merch. My satire makes the algorithm a character, the goofy hall monitor who flags context but misses harm. The fix, transparent rules, appeal paths, and receipts. If I'm wrong, show me the math. Don't just smash the speaker. And the final one that I poke fun at is counterfeit community, like smiling snakes. We traded neighbors for followers and call it community. That's like calling a vending machine a dinner date. The joke lands. The truth is we're lonely on purpose because lonely scrolls longer. The remedy is low tech, small rooms, long form, and people who know your name offline, art with handshakes. Laughing at the lie is step 1. Changing the incentives is step 2. Punch it up, cite sources, and keep the door open for anyone still willing to think. If the joke stung, that's the nerve waking up.
I think that was well said. And I forget what comedian said that there's humor in everything. Was that Carlin who said that?
No, that's actually Spanky. Spanky said that. He's an old comedian from the time of George Carlin as well. I don't know if he still does anything, but I saw one of his specials a long time ago, and that's the way he ends like all of his specials, is finds the humor in everything. If it's sadness, if it's darkness, especially if it's happy, find the humor in it.
Right. What do you guys think? You think there's no topic untouchable?
Yeah,
Untouchable. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, PJ. You go ahead.
I was just thinking, no, I don't think there is anything untouchable. That's how you make art, you know?
I mean, think about what South Park and Matt Stone and Trey Parker are doing right now.
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
Nobody's safe.
I must be old because, and you guys could trash me for saying this. I think I missed the boat on South Park, and I laugh at a lot of stuff. I have a very open mind. I just don't get South Park.
What do you get?
South Park, the current episodes to make satire on current events and the way certain people and certain light are acting.
Yeah,
I get it. The animation, but I'm getting off topic. But the animation bothers me. It's maybe that's because I'm 60. I don't know.
That might be it.
Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. So,
what do you watch? Flintstones, Dick?
I did. Yes, I have watched Flintstones.
Scooby Doo.
No, Dick was on the Flintstones.
Family Guy, Simpsons. That's more my speed.
Yeah.
Beavis and Butthead, I enjoyed.
Yes,
Butthead were great.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, if you get Beavis and Butthead and you don't get South Park, okay.
Yeah, that is weird, right? I guess it is weird. I don't know. Now that you guys said that, I'm going to edit that whole thing out that I just said. No. All right, Dom. What do you want to talk about, Dom?
I don't know. I guess I was really kind of just racking my brain, like, okay, what can I bring here that would be worth talking about? And Tim, what you said earlier, if it wasn't for AI music, you probably wouldn't be here, and I can really relate to that. And when I found music, AI music, it was in the middle of this intense health struggle that I've been on for years. And I have a lot of past trauma and issues like that, including old family issues. And when I realized that first song I made, which was ridiculous and stupid, and I can't even remember what it was about, probably about like tits and ass or something.
Well, that's good.
It blew my mind. And then all of a sudden, like, it just like I puked up all of this, like, really intense, lyrics, these really intense lyrics, and I was able to put them into music. So I see a therapist. I think everybody should. She said, I've been seeing her for 8 years. She said she's never seen a better impact on my mental health than when she really, when we started talking about AI music. And she had no idea about AI anything really, and everything she knows about it is from me, so she's probably half in the dark. But she was really impressed with that. And mental health is such a common thread in our community, and in these songs, in these videos, in these conversations that we have on the wall or behind the scenes in chat. It's amazing to me, and I never would have expected it, how much mental health support we give each other and how much mental health benefit we all get from being able to exercise our creativity in this way. Whether, I haven't really jumped into making videos yet, and I'm going to lean on some of you guys when I do.
Yeah.
But just being able to write a song, and I've tried playing instruments my whole life. I just don't have the stick-to-itiveness for that. But man, just the mental health component. And not only that, but I think there's a lot of people that have, we're a community, they found community, but literally they don't really have anybody else except for the people in this community.
Right.
And I think that we are so lucky to have each other as a community, and we're so lucky to have our little corner. All I ever wanted was in all the groups I'm in a lot of groups. All I ever wanted was to find a group that's like our group,
It doesn't exist, Don.
Well, I haven't found it until you guys all helped build what we have. This Ames is amazing. And I'm so blown away at the connections that have been made, the collaborations, the friendships. Is there drama? There's always going to be drama, but I think we've reduced it by a lot in our section of the community. And I just wanted to know, like, my question, I don't want to just give a sermon here. My question is like, how have you guys benefited from the community at large? Not just AI Music Society, but I mean, obviously there's other groups and there's Discord and all of that. But how have you guys benefited from finding community in this space?
I mean, I'm thankful, like you said, this place, I wouldn't have met, like Tim said, I wouldn't have met any of you. I learned things. There's encouragement from every direction. In our group, I don't even go to any other groups anymore, Dom, because I'm spoiled with Ames because there's nothing like it out there on Facebook.
Absolutely, 100%.
Here.
Yeah, the only negative experience is that is a poor rendering of dick buttons. That's all. That's the
which don't exist anymore. You've been so good at it lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that came back. I'm glad that came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is all because of you, Dom. I know you don't like to take the credit, but you started this thing. So, yes, we all jumped on and we all help and we all do things to make it work. But if you didn't start it, there wouldn't be.
Yeah, Dom, the very first episode of AI DIY was your interview. And that's kind of what jump-started all of this for me being in this community.
Really?
Absolutely.
Oh,
it was the very first episode I watched.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I can't remember how I came across the AI Music Society, but I'm glad that I did. It encouraged me to do a little bit more foot traffic around town. And I hand out stickers and I go, hey, you should check my music out. And boom, sometimes people actually look it up and I actually end up with a new fan.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Yeah, foot traffic's great. Stickers are cheap, man. Do it.
I may stand in aisle 7 of the grocery store and just crank Fallen Angel and see what happens.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, guys, it's getting late. I'm gonna just do my question. We'll go around the room and then we'll wrap up. My question is, what inspires you to create?
For me, it's two things. Everything I create is based, and I know this is going to sound so ridiculous. Everything I do is I really try to make sure that there's love in it. Whether it's the song that you do, like, well, there's love in this song. There really is, because I want to put that love into anything that I create. And the other thing is I want to leave something for my kids. You know, my kids are older. But I want there to be some record of these songs, these lyrics, right? So
Right.
I hope one day they hear some of the messages that I've tried to put out there, some of the struggles that I fought through. And if they're experiencing any of those things when they're my age, I want them to say, you know what, my dad went through this too, and he kept fighting and never gave up. And so for me, my inspiration is love and trying to leave some sort of legacy.
Good answer.
Thanks.
CJ?
That was the best answer. I mean, I can kind of just piggyback off that, because there's not one day that goes by anymore where I don't hear my daughter singing a Madison line or a Colton Lynch line. Like, she thinks I'm the coolest person in the world, because of my music, and she likes to be a part of it. And it's just really cool to be able to create a song. She hears it like 2 or 3 times, and then like the next time we're listening to it in the car, she's singing along with it, and that means the world to me. That she sees what I'm doing, and she's 100% behind it. But it also, the reason why I create is just because sometimes getting that creativeness out and showing it to people will help you mentally. And we've already talked about this with mental health. But I get really bad winter depression, and it started snowing today, and I started feeling it. And music really helps with that for me. Last winter, it's probably the best I felt during the winter last year, because I had Suno and I was making new music and making personas. And this year I've got plans on what kind of music I want to do, and I should focus on work more, but really in the back of my head I'm like, I just want to go home and make music. And just being able to focus on that and getting my mind in there instead of always stressing out about what's going on in real life really helps me out.
Yeah. Tim, what about you?
So, Dom, you touched about therapy. So it's not really kind of commonplace here in the UK to go see a therapist. I know it's quite kind of normalized over there, isn't it?
Yeah.
To go see a therapist. It's not here. It's quite taboo. But I did go and get some help last year. I went and saw my doctor, went and had some therapy sessions, and the best, I always remember this saying was, it's not sadness and joy. They're not the opposites. That's not what depression is. So the opposite of depression is expression. It's not sadness. It's expression, and being able to express through creativity suppresses that depression. There's no room for it. When you're busy creating all the time and thinking about your next song or Fresh Friday, or I've got a video to get ready, or I want to listen to someone else's music, or maybe I could take a little piece of that. There's no room for depression to rise, is there? That's why I create, is to suppress the depression.
Yeah.
All right, Jai, you're up.
Well, I'm gonna hop on the bandwagon here and say my daughter's part of my inspiration. But honestly, the biggest part of my inspiration is my own life experiences, day to day, what I go through, and the things that I observe that go on in our world around us. Everything is art if you look at it the right way. And so I do my best to write about what I can. And if I'm challenged by somebody, or I challenge myself.
Yeah, I mean, listen, my answer is going to sound completely hokey and all of you guys is a majority of the inspiration. Like I was talking about before we went live, I finished that lyric book a couple months into my journey, and then I was like, oh shit, what am I gonna do now? And I started writing new stuff, and that inspired me. And then when I found this group, there's always a new inspiration around the corner.
Yeah.
And then the video started.
Absolutely.
Now that inspires me. Who knows? You know, I want to be in the live video that they're gonna do in Michigan. I'll fly out there for that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, I want to thank you for hanging out. I know it was late for Tim, and Dom's got to get up in a couple hours too. But I look forward to seeing you all at Fresh Friday Festival, I hope.
Yep.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got it right that time.
Yeah, right.
I gotta finish this video. I gotta finish this video by tomorrow if I'm gonna be part of it. If there's still an opening for me by then.
We'll find you one.
And we'll get you in
my-
next
All
week.
right, cool.
I had my link to Tim this morning, I think.
Yeah, mine's
Well, I got a new video I'm making about pizza, so it's gonna be great.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. I
Yeah, we
appreciate
want
it.
some pizza.
Now I'm hungry.
Better
All
than
right, guys,
that.
have a good night. All right.
Better than Doc Newbies. All right, later. Thanks, guys.
Later.
Bye.
Questions flying, answers loud as Dick Buttons. Listener lightning round. No filter, no fear. It's going down. Zap! And right here, right now.
All right, my beloved maniacs, it's that time again, the segment where you send me the questions and I try to answer them without blowing my gasket. Welcome to another round of Dick's Listener Lightning Round. Let's dive in before I lose my temper. Question 1 is from Jennifer from Montana.
Hey, Dick. Why should I listen to you complain about all this stuff?
Oh, you want to go there right out of the gate, huh? Why should you listen to me? Because I'm the only one saying the stuff that everyone else is thinking. Because someone's got to stand up and call out the idiocy that's become our daily life. Because while you're sitting there doom scrolling, I'm here doing the Lord's work, ranting so you don't have to. You don't like it? Turn it off. Go listen to a meditation podcast and hum yourself into denial while the world burns. I'm here to speak the truth, throw sparks, and entertain the masses. That's why you listen. Next question before my blood pressure requires its own zip code. Question 2 is from Kevin from Indianapolis.
Hello, Dick. Please tell me, is there life on Mars?
Oh, absolutely. There's a Starbucks, a Chick-fil-A, and an Amazon fulfillment center. And they even just opened the first Martian Dunkin' last week. Seriously, pal, if there's life on Mars, they're probably looking down at Earth and saying, nope, hard pass. If they're smart, they'll stay put and avoid this mess entirely. Question 3 is from Langley from Oxford. Oof.
Mr. Buttons, please tell me, who is your all-time favorite baseball player?
Oh, that's an easy one. Lou Piniella. The man had fire, grit, and the kind of temper I can respect. He'd argue with an ump like he was defending the honor of his ancestors. But I'll tell you, Aaron Judge is slowly creeping up. That guy's built like a monument and swings like thunder. If he keeps it up, he might just pull a Lou and take over my all-time list. But until then, Pinella's the king of controlled chaos. Question 4 is from Alexander from Russia. Wow, Russia.
Hey, Dickie, what can you tell me about ball bearings?
Ball bearings? What is this, a shop class quiz? That's above my pay grade, buddy. All I know about ball bearings comes from Fletch. It's all ball bearings these days. You want more than that? Go find a mechanic. I rant about humanity, not hardware. And question 5 is from Bobby, with an I, from Texas.
Dick, can you tell me why there's so much hate and divisiveness in the world?
Damn. Heavy one, huh? You know, I wish I had a clean answer for that. Part of it's fear, part of it's ignorance, and part of it is people who'd rather shout than listen. Everybody's got a soapbox and Wi-Fi now, and apparently empathy didn't make the upgrade. We spend so much time proving we're right that we forgot how to care if anybody else is okay. It's sad and it's exhausting, but hey, the good news, as long as there's hate and stupidity, I have job security. And that, my friends, is the silver lining. And there you have it, another listener lightning round where your questions meet my patience, or what's left of it. Keep those questions coming, guys. From the deep to the dumb, from the downright deranged, because no matter what, you'll get an answer, whether you like it or not.
Lights, camera, Dick's on the scene, tearing through movies, funny or obscene, blockbuster or flop, he'll give you the news with popcorn fun, sarcasm, and strong point of views. It's time for Dick Buttons movie reviews.
Okay. What in the actual hell did I just watch? Seriously, could someone explain to me what warranted that 15-minute standing ovation? Because either I missed something monumental or the entire audience was trapped in a hostage situation at Cannes. Let's get this out of the way. The Smashing Machine is supposed to be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's big dramatic turn. Instead, what we get is The Rock stumbling his way through a movie that can't decide if it wants to be a heartfelt biopic, a mood piece, or an overproduced slow-motion sports ad for regret. The premise? They've taken the original documentary about Mark Kerr, a raw, fascinating look into the MMA fighter's real struggles, and tried to build a movie around it. Unfortunately, they built it with wet cardboard and tears. Now on to the positives. There are a few, I guess. Emily Blunt is excellent. Even with the paper-thin plot, you feel her pain, her desperation, and her humanity in every scene. And if I'm being honest, yes, she's also great to look at for 2 hours. The prosthetics? They're impressive. Dwayne Johnson is visually transformed into Mark Kerr. Facially, he disappears into the role. If only the transformation carried through the acting. Beyond that, this thing drags, man. I mean slow. Like check your phone to make sure time hasn't stopped slow. There are moments so drawn out that make Terrence Malick look like Michael Bay. And the minimal dialogue doesn't help, unless your idea of emotional depth is Dwayne Johnson crying in silence for extended periods. Look, I get what they were trying to do. They wanted grit, vulnerability, and heart. But what they got was 2 hours of mood-lighting grunts and a script that feels like it was written by someone allergic to pacing. So yeah, I'm standing by my score. 2 out of 5 dicks. 1 dick for the prosthetics, and 1 dick for Emily Blunt. Hey, a man can dream.
Spin that wheel, no one's spared. Dicks locked in, so be prepared. It might be wild, it might upset. You never know with rant roulette.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that magical moment of the show where I surrender control and let you fine lunatics decide what fresh hell I'm ranting about today. That's right. Welcome to Rant Roulette, the only segment where your suggestions meet my outrage, and the Wheel of Fury decides who gets roasted next. We've loaded the wheel with your submissions, your annoyances, your pet peeves, your daily battles with the idiots of the world. So let's give it a spin and see what torment we're driving into today. Here we go. I just love this part. And it lands on Bruce from Wyoming. Bruce, you magnificent troublemaker. What do you want me to rant about today? Oh, Bruce. This one. I feel it in my soul. Bruce wants me to rant about stores that close earlier than the time posted on their doors. Ha ha. Bruce, you glorious bastard you. You have broken the seal, you have unleashed the Kraken. Let's talk about this absolute crime against humanity. You walk up to a store, sign says open till 9 p.m. It's 8:40. You grab the handle, locked, lights off. Place looks like they've evacuated during a fungal apocalypse. And then the employees inside give you that look. You know the one. That sorry, buddy, we've decided we're done with capitalism for the day look. They see you. You see them. And they still pretend they're invisible, crouch behind the counter like raccoons hiding from a flashlight. Why? Why is this a thing? If you close at 9, stay open till 9, not approximately 9, not whenever Becky feels like closing. A real time, a specific time, a time with digits. This isn't emotional closing time. This isn't spiritual closing time. This isn't the vibe feels like we should shut down early closing time. This is business hours. A contract between you and the universe. And don't hand me the excuse, well, it was slow. So fucking what? If you're open till 9, you stay open till 9. You don't punish me because nobody else wanted pretzels at 8:45. I swear, nothing makes me feel more insane than walking up to a store before closing time and finding the lock tighter than Fort Knox. Makes me feel like I'm in a prank show and nobody told me. And as always, here are some classic Dick Buttons punishments for these people. The Real Hours autocorrect feature. If you close early, the site automatically updates to we close whenever we damn feel like it. At least that's honest. The reverse lock-in. If you lock customers out early, congratulations. You get locked inside the store until the posted closing time. Hope you enjoy stocking shelves in isolation, Becky. The satellite shame beam. A massive spotlight hits your building with a message projected above it like the bat signal. They lie about their hours. And finally, the Customer Compensation Act. Any customer who arrives before the posted closing time and finds the doors locked gets a free item of their choosing. Corporate will love this one. So, Bruce, you nailed it. Stores, listen to me and to Bruce. If your sign says 9 p.m., I better be able to walk in at 8:59.59 like I'm on a mission from God. Don't lie to me. Don't gaslight me. Don't let your hours be a suggestion. Post the time, live the time, respect the time, or I swear I'm bringing my own open sign next time. And for the record, those who know me personally, I'll take you down.
He's bold, he's sharp, and he's in the know. Season 4's here and it's time to go. Buckle up, kids, the ride's full blown. You're stepping inside the Venture Zone.
That's right, everybody. You know, from that theme song, it can only mean one thing. And sitting right across from me to my right,
as always, honored and humbled.
Welcome, my friend. This is episode 12. We are approaching the end of season 4. It has flown by.
Yes.
What are we drinking today? Oh, I know. I picked this. We have now. You would think we're getting paid by these motherfuckers by the amount. This is another Robert Mondavi, but this is a Merlot.
Ooh. Now, do you like Merlots as a?
It's not my favorite. Cabernet is my favorite, and then I would go Chianti after that.
Where does the red blends fit in?
Red blends are, yeah.
Okay.
Those will, yeah. All right. So my favorite would be Cabernet, then a red blend.
Cabernet is your best.
It is my best.
All right.
Well, you didn't know?
No, I didn't. I thought red blends.
I'm always up for red blend.
I know your Chiantis are right up there.
When I'm having Italian food, Chianti.
All right, we'll start exploring Cabernets for you. The next one.
Cabernets are, and they, they're almost as varied as Pinot Noirs because Pinot Noir, the range, you can't see because they're not on YouTube yet, but my arms are stretched out on opposite ends.
We can use my arms for that.
Yeah, they're a bit longer. Yeah, it's all over the place. And, I will say this, and this is not original, but I've never met a Cabernet I didn't like. So
hope we never get to that.
I take that back. I guess I've had, and I'm not even worried anymore because that fucking sound never shows up. See, that sounds so loud, and I don't think it shows up at all. So that's yours.
Thank you, sir. Score. Vampire reality. I didn't drink red wine until I met you.
What?
I was drinking white wine. I drank beer.
White wine. Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Well, there is now.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's see what this Robert Mondavi Merlot tastes like. That's good.
That is good.
That's good. So last night we were hanging out and we were watching this thing on YouTube. The 50 places you have to see before you die.
Yeah.
I've only been to 3.
Well, at least you've been to 3. I've seen at least 10 of those places in movies, and I don't think
doesn't count.
I don't think I didn't catch the beginning, and you keep saying
I was watching the beginning. You didn't make it to any of those places either. Wildwood was not. Wildwood was not on that list.
I'm gonna have to. If they weren't on those, I'd like to see that link and watch it over again.
I'll send you the link.
Matera in Italy.
Yeah, if I wasn't there.
That it's kind of the I guess you can get them as a hotel rooms, but it's that village built into the side of the wall of a mountain. Very incredible. I don't know how you keep the bugs out.
You probably don't.
Probably don't. And the other place I'm disappointed was Lalibela in Ethiopia, the church built into the ground.
I would have thought too, those ice hotels.
Oh, yeah.
Not that that's like spectacular as the Taj Mahal and those other places, but
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching those clips, the movie locations that we pointed out.
You were spot on.
Well, at least they went on location.
Yeah.
But they were all old movies.
Yeah.
If they were making that now, they would not have to go to fucking that temple, wherever that was. They could just superimpose that.
Yeah, but they we have the technology in Game of Thrones was being aired. So and they use that on-site location with the castle.
Well, I mean, yeah. And then The Walking Dead, that castle. Yeah, but they were actually on the grounds. I mean, if they were just gonna Harrison Ford and Sean Connery on the horse in front of that open temple, they just could have done that. I don't think they filmed inside that thing. I think
just the outside part. Inside was a movie set.
And I thought the pizza we had last night, pepperoni, onion, and black olive. Now, I didn't want to scare you away. I was going to recommend pepperoni, pineapple, and black olive. Oh, see, I didn't know if you...
The only thing that... I don't like anchovies.
I hate anchovies.
Anchovies, I think, is the only thing that I don't.
I don't like... And mushrooms either.
You could have thrown anything out there.
And I discovered pepperoni and pineapple when my daughter lived in the Upper East Side. We were walking from the parking to her apartment, and this corner pizza shop, it was in the window. And I said, what? I just saw yellow and red. I'm like, the fuck is that? So I went in.
I had to put that in my mouth.
And I go, is that pineapple? And he looked at me like, what the fuck you think it is? Welcome to New York. And it was fucking fantastic. Yeah. My other go-to, which I think you like jalapenos, right?
I do.
White pie.
Okay.
Jalapenos, pineapple, and black olive.
So you got hot, you got spicy, and you got salty. Right. Well, these people try out these things.
Well, the pineapple and the jalapeno play off each other. And you know where I learned that? When I worked for a predominantly Indian company. When we used to have pizza parties and stuff, that they always ordered that pizza. And I was like, the fuck is that?
Why is that working?
And I went, how could you eat that? And they all looked at me like, dude, I'm not going to do the accent because that would not be proper. They would say, you know what the fuck you're talking about.
Right.
And I took a bite and I was like, holy shit.
That's good.
Yeah, for all you motherfuckers out there who say pineapple doesn't belong on pizza, get the fuck out.
Maybe they haven't tried it. They're just old school and they just refuse to go down that road. I know people who are just OG and are like, nope, sorry. We call it this, and this is the way we eat it. And we do it in the basement with kitchen glasses of wine, and that's how we stick to it.
Bathroom glasses of wine. I don't know if I showed you last night. We were cleaning out my dad's attic yesterday, and I came across that little pamphlet. I think I showed your other half. I didn't show you.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a ticket or a brochure for a dance from 1936 for a gentleman, like the Italian club for the men.
Right.
And it was the name of the Club Nova. It was November 7th, 1936. And it had like the music and it was in such good condition. I took it. I'm going to put it in that curio over there. You didn't even notice the curio?
Yes, I did, because remember when we came out, you pointed it out.
Yeah, but the lights weren't on last time.
Yeah, but you showed me the stuff that you got from your dad's house.
Yeah. Remember those Welch's? Yeah.
The jars.
They don't do that anymore. Like, like the
promotion isn't what it used to be. We were the good old days. I'm just saying.
When?
Well, our generations.
We're different. We're different generation.
Close enough that we remember and enjoy the same thing.
You're the ancient generation.
Are we not back-to-back generations? I'm a boomer.
I'm Gen X. So by 1 year. Like, we did this so many times.
Yes, but we are back-to-back.
The generation before me ends in 1964. So I just missed becoming... You gonna make me look it up again?
No. So...
I think we're 2 generations apart.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm gonna look it up.
But we remember a lot of the same stuff.
Well, that's because we're smart.
And we're plugged in.
Here we go.
A lot of my world, by the way, was in black and white. It didn't matter what it was. The whole world was in black and white. And then we got color. And then everything was in color. You'll never know black.
I know black and white.
What did you watch?
Abbott and Costello.
In real time?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Real time. I'm watching Mighty Mouse in black and white. Now I'm watching Mighty Mouse.
All right. So what's your birth? What year you born?
1960. Cut off my leg and count the rooms.
Okay. So you're a boomer, and boomer is 46 to 64.
46 to 60.
1946.
I am so freaking old.
Right. And then Gen X is 65 to 80. So I just made it into Gen X.
Oh, wait. All right. So are we not back to back?
Yeah. You're a boomer. Yeah.
I said we were back to back generations. That's why a lot of the things overlap and we understand. I'll get on some of those retro Facebook sites or Instagram and they show different things. I'll go, oh my gosh, yeah, those action figures.
Right.
Just incredible stuff that some of it's coming back.
All right. You're smart. What's the 2013 to 2025? How many years is that apart?
Is that 12 years?
I'm asking you because I'm
2013
to 2025.
It's 12 years.
Okay, so that's Gen Alpha. Okay. Gen Beta, which is it's 2025 to 2039. Is that also 12 years?
2025
to 2030. Oh yeah, it is.
That's how they do it.
It just sounds different. It does. 25 to 39 just sounds like a bigger jump, but it's 25 to 35 is 10. And okay, yeah. No,
because 46 to 60.
So it's 14 years.
Yeah, 46 to 60.
Now, who's in charge of this shit?
18 years for boomers.
Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe because, historically, maybe that's where it was cut off.
We had this discussion, I think, at my dad's house. What generation do you think saw the biggest leap in technological advances? Do you think it was? Oh, okay. You weren't going to let me finish my question, but go ahead and tell me.
I apologize. That was rude.
Go ahead.
That was the wine talk.
You had 2 sips. Okay, tell me.
I had it for something under.
Go ahead.
The biggest technological jump was, and I guess I can't give away too much of this. My father worked for a defense company that was linked to the government and did some stuff. And
X-nay on the military aid.
Right after Roswell, if you look at it and you count 5 years after Roswell, so what was Roswell? 60s, 50s? It was like 5 years after that. Anything supposedly taken from that site, the government took it.
This is the fucking long way to the answer to this question, but go ahead.
It's a backstory. So they took that, the government took all that evidence that they found from Roswell, and they didn't have the capability to perfect it. So they gave it out to companies under the hush-hush thing, like, we're giving this to you.
Okay.
And you're going to reverse engineer it, and we're going to get all the stuff that we can use for the military, and you're going to get everything else. And that's how we're going to share it. And they used, different companies to reverse engineer stuff. And that's where you got a lot of you went from transistors to chips. And
okay, so what's the answer to the question?
So, and you look up Roswell.
I'm not looking up anything. I asked you what generation had the biggest leap in.
Okay, so for your generation.
See, I disagree.
Which is fine.
No.
Before me?
The generation that went from horse and buggy to cars.
No.
I think
it took because cars were still. Do you know who invented the first car? What company?
Elvis.
By the way, Elvis is always the correct answer for everything.
Yeah.
So Elvis being a category of his own. Right below that, what company invented the first car?
Ford.
That was the first company that invented the assembly line.
Okay.
What was the first company?
Obviously, I don't know. I gave you 2 answers already that are wrong. What is it?
It's the Germans, and it would be Mercedes-Benz. Invented the first car. Ford did the assembly line, which modernized.
You're telling me that going from horse and buggy to gas-powered car is a less of a jump than computers and the internet.
Absolutely.
Really?
Because I think a lot of that stuff was already up. They were already. Listen, Benjamin Franklin was drawing up things for cars.
He was a coke
helicopters. He was an ADHD genius.
Okay, I agree, but he was also a coke addict, as all the founding fathers were.
So, Benjamin Franklin was down in the basement cutting up bodies.
He was?
You never heard of this?
Benjamin Franklin was a serial killer?
No.
There's a movie.
What he was doing was he was throwing money under the table to local morgues for unidentified bodies, and he was bringing down his
to have sex with.
Well, I don't know about that part, but he was.
That's a good story. That's a movie right there.
He was
Paul Giamatti as Ben Franklin.
We call it Frankly.
No, Franklin fucker.
He was giving the morgue some money. He's got bodies that are not identified, that won't be, doing any public burials. Took those bodies, brought them downstairs to his basement, cut them up to learn human anatomy. When he was done with them, the basements in the time didn't have a cement floor. They were just dirt floors. He was digging in his basement, and he was burying bodies that he was practicing on to, for anatomy purposes. And then, years later, when they went and found his house in the basement, they found bones. And as they dug up, they found more bones.
So why hasn't anybody done a movie about that? This is the first I'm hearing of this, by the way. We weren't taught that at school, were we?
Ben Franklin is so fascinating. You could probably get all that stuff in there.
But we never taught that in school.
Well, they only found the bones down in his basement, a year or two ago. Very cool, though. So he was cutting up, and he wanted to learn anatomy. He was just always curious about everything. And then, he probably dug 8 feet down and buried one body, another body.
You never stop learning on the world according to Dick Buttons, folks. Just make a note of that, because, and of course we have the wealth of, because you're from another generation. The wealth of information is just.
I'm from the saw it in black and white in real time generation. Very spooky.
Did I not see it in real time though? Because Abbott and Costello never made it to color.
So maybe they stopped it and then just put it into color.
No, I don't think. I'm gonna hold on. Hey Google, was Abbott and Costello ever broadcast in color? No, their main TV show, which aired from 1952 to 1954, only fucking 2 years, was filmed in broadcast in black and white. However, they did appear in a few color films like Jack and the Beanstalk and Abbott and Costello Meet Captain Kidd. And some of their older material has been colorized for broadcast.
Well, I remember the black and white to color sensation of watching cartoons in color from black and white, and then you go to and going,
I would imagine now the colorization of black and white shit is much smoother, because I remember watching Jailhouse Rock when they colorized it, because that was in black and white.
That was like they used crayon.
Yeah, and it was like bleeding out of the side.
Very sketchy.
Like they put a transparency over it and like colored it. It was that bad.
They may have done it that way.
It made me think of a movie, and I don't know the name of it. See, when you just off the top of your head, you can't research it later. Something to do with Rembrandt.
Okay.
And they filmed this movie.
Right.
Then every piece, it was on film, not digital.
Okay.
And every piece of film was hand painted to make it look like Rembrandt did it. And I think Paul Giamatti was in that movie, I think. I'm not sure. And it had that Rembrandt feel to it, but it was actually done on film and they hand painted it.
That's pretty.
Remember?
Did it look good?
It was, it looked hand painted.
Right.
But, and the movie wasn't that good.
No.
It wasn't, remember the movie Heavy Metal? Yeah. Wasn't that the same thing? Wasn't that something on film that they overlaid the cartooning onto the film?
Yes, because
Don Felder.
yes, and it's funny because there's 2 songs on there called heavy metal.
2. Oh, one by Sammy Hagar.
Right, and Sammy Hagar's was turned down for the main theme song.
Which made sense because the other one was very good.
But then they said, but we still want to keep it.
So who sung the theme song then? Was it Don Felder?
That was Don Felder.
Okay, yeah. And
metal.
The Red Rocker.
And
Sammy Hagar.
But they were like, we still love it. We're gonna have to throw it in there.
Sammy Hagar, listen, I'm gonna give a shout out to him.
Love it, Sammy.
Very prolific, and all the shit that he's done, and listen, if you just said to me he was in the second iteration of Van Halen, which you could all send your hate mail again, as always, to www.vincenzo.com, not to me.
Van Hagar.
That era of Van Halen, far more successful than the original Van Halen.
Agree.
Better written stuff.
Well, you had David Lee Roth was an entertainer, but when it came to Hagar, you were gaining. Even Eddie said, "We're gaining a guitar player and a songwriter,
right, and a great singer,
and probably the rock musician with the whitest teeth, in the industry."
And that went to shit too, by the way. Right, so first number one album for Van Halen was not with David Lee Roth. It was with Sammy Hagar.
And by the way, when they announced, it was like announcing the actor you always wanted to see in a James Bond movie. When they announced Sammy Hagar as the lead singer, I was like, oh my gosh, the whole world had just changed for me.
So many hits. And then, when it went bad and Sammy left, do you remember who replaced Sammy?
Oh, what's his name?
Gary Sharon.
Yeah, it was tumbling down the steps on that. Do you remember the live?
Oh, yeah. His first show, right?
I think it was like a award show, and he was like tumbling.
Oh, yeah.
Steps and doing this weird thing. I thought he was having a seizure.
He was good in Extreme.
Yeah, it was a misfit.
And that album was horrible. And do you know who else was actually recorded with Van Halen?
Female?
Yep.
Ooh, I think I sort of remember, but I'm digging. You got to tell me.
Patti Smythe from Scandal. Yes. Now, Scandal. Here's a guilty pleasure. You could all fight me on this. Scandal was fucking awesome.
It's great.
Goodbye to You. Yes. I mean, what's the slow song they had? There's a la 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 la. Oh, Sometimes Love Is Not Enough.
Okay. No, I love them too.
You know who just retired? I think one of the greatest heavy metal voices ever.
Was somebody from AC/DC?
No.
You're gonna have to tell me that.
White Snake, lead singer, David
really?
Coverdale.
It's a great video. Was it Tawny Katane?
Tawny Katane sprawled across the hood of that car.
That Farrah Fawcett's name is somehow I remember back in the day. Tawny Katane. To remember Tawny Katane's name
from that, I don't think she did anything.
Doesn't matter.
Was she an actress? I don't even know.
I don't even know. Maybe she was just a model slid across the car.
I think she was an actress, but after that video, that's all. I think that's all she was known for. I think she's dead too. I'm gonna look. I'm sorry, Tony, if you're still with us. But let me.
Very impressionable video.
Tawny Katane. I believe she is dead, but yeah, she died in 2021. And it says actress, so I can't name one thing that she was in.
She did some science fiction.
Let's see. What do you think she died of?
I think.
Oh wait, I'm on YouTube. Let me see. Tawny Katane, cause of death.
Car.
Yeah. Okay. Cardiomyopathy. Isn't that a heart attack? Okay. What caused? I mean, heart attack is very vague, right? Oh. Drug ingestion. The age-old tale.
I want to say she'd be in like some science fiction B-type movies.
Let me look her up on IMDb.
That's how I picture her.
Honestly, I can't remember anything, but I mean, that doesn't mean that.
I remember that video, though.
They dated. I think that's how she got in the video. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I can't. Listen, I don't remember. Let me just click on movies. So, come. Okay, hold on. Come Simi, Simi. Sorry. After Midnight. Never heard of it. Dead Tides with Rowdy Piper. So,
And the Oscar goes to not.
although I will say this. I'm gonna give Rowdy rest in peace. He's also dead. That movie, They Live. That was his first film. Fucking fantastic. That was like a not zombie, but like alien taking over, like politicians were the thing, and
And he pulled off the acting.
he had the glasses that he made you see that they were the thing. Okay. Wrestling actor. Yeah. I mean, he played in his sandbox. He wasn't De Niro by any stretch of the imagination. I was thinking about this the other day when I was when I interviewed Logan Ramey, the Elvis impersonator. To this day, and I'm not the only one who has this opinion, Elvis could have been a fucking amazing actor if the Colonel let him.
Oh, if they let him go out and play in Tokyo,
right? Yeah,
he would have been.
I think he would have been alive today.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
Because his whole
he would have got out. He would have seen the world. He would have had experiences. He was stuck in that. He was pigeonholed.
Yeah.
And
those early movies, Jailhouse Rock, King Creole, Love Me Tender.
You shouldn't have your Vegas residency until you're much older.
Yeah. So, I mean, he could act. And then, once they figured out that only people didn't give a shit about him acting, they wanted to hear him sing and dance, the Colonel signed all those things. And it wasn't until later with movies like Change of Habit with Mary Tyler Moore, where he played a doctor. And there were only 2 songs in that movie.
Right.
He did a good job in that, but he was offered, and listen, not to get down the Elvis memory lane, but he was offered Star is Born with Barbra Streisand. And when Colonel Tom Parker got the script and said, there's no way you were playing an aging, failing rock star.
Let's not stretch your legs or anything.
But he could have, he was a great actor.
Guess what? He needed to get out to see more of the world. He needed to try the acting thing. He needed acting coaches. He needed to change his appearance with his hair and everything. And yeah, he could have stretched his legs.
I don't even think he needed an acting coach, but that could have helped. But if you watch King Creole.
Or he could have another actor to pull him aside and say, listen.
Do you know who his co-star? 2 co-stars were in King Creole.
Yeah.
Walter Matthau.
Oh, Matthau.
And I forget the woman's name. She was also a big actress.
Okay.
That movie acts the shit out of it. And there's not that many songs in that movie either. He played a singer in a bar or a bar back that sang.
Right.
Showed his acting chops in that as well. Yeah, I'm an Elvis fan. I think you knew that.
Know that. And by the way, that leads me to my next thought. And you're just saying, how does Elvis connect to the Beatles?
Well, I can tell you how, and then I'll let you say. The connection is without Elvis, there wouldn't be the Beatles.
Correct.
Okay, and now give me your.
They very much out of the box, or they would have been a different iteration. And because they said Elvis, especially John Lennon had said, he was an incredible influence. But the Beatles connection and AI, what is that connection? Connection is people ragging on AI music. Oh, because you don't play the instrument, all of a sudden you can't create music. And that's some of the foundation of the hate of the people who don't like the AI music. But things like, so where does it end? None of the Beatles could read or write music.
Yeah, I don't think you need to, no.
So do musicians have to read and write music? Is that so?
Springsteen doesn't read or write music.
He doesn't either, huh?
Nope. Steven Van Zandt.
There must be a lot because a lot of the old school didn't know how or didn't have access to knowing how, so they just played and played around with note stuff and they just understood C, G. They just knew how to play it on the guitar. And they knew how to feel it, and they play, and they would just reel that tape back, and from where they left off, put some more.
Now, I think Paul and Gene later on learned to, but in the beginning, they didn't fucking know. They were two Jewish kids from Brooklyn and Queens. I don't want to leave out Queens.
No, you don't. Paul McCartney to this day still doesn't know how to rewrite music, but has done uppers. How
drugs?
Drugs.
Oh, I thought you said uppers. Wait, time out. Are you going to tell me during the White Album and Sgt. Pepper that they weren't doing uppers? Because those two albums are fucking insane. And it's because of the drugs. I'm sorry. No. Kids, don't listen to Vincenzo, because I'll quote the late great Nancy Reagan, just say no. I'm going to make another Kiss Beatles connection.
Okay.
The spawn of Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, Nicholas Simmons and Evan Stanley, have an album coming out in December.
How cool.
So you have Lennon McCartney and you have Simmons Stanley. Not yet, but from what I have heard on the underground, I haven't heard any of the songs. I've seen their reels of them singing harmonies together. Fantastic, reminiscent of Lennon McCartney. I think they even do a Beatles thing on their Instagram. They're both fucking very talented, and look at the genes that they have. So I'm hoping this is a major release for them, because Nick Simmons has released music on his own under a different name, like a band name. Never went anywhere.
Wait a second, don't they have a goofy name now? Go for their
Simmons Stanley.
They didn't have that's what the name's going to be going for.
Yeah, the name of the song is Body Move. Body Move. That's the name of the first single. Yeah, no, it's Simmons Stanley. Evan Stanley has a band, and I for the life of me, I can't even remember the name. And it's not that good. Sorry, Evan. I know your father's royalty, but the kid can play guitar. And Paul has even said himself, much better than I could ever do.
Wow. That's high praise indeed.
But listen, not to shit on either of them, but when you have parents like that.
Well, by the way, you probably strive to, and you work harder.
Well,
because you've got parents like that.
I don't know about Evan, but I could speak because I watched Family Jewels.
Right.
Shannon and Gene did not give them money. They had to work for their money. They had to have jobs. So Nick and Sophie are pretty grounded in that respect. And when Nick wanted to do music, and when Sophie did music, Gene just said, "Okay, go ahead.
Knock yourself out.
I'm not going to get you in the door." And maybe people let them in the door but Gene didn't call anybody and say, "Hey, my daughter's got," and Sophie's stuff is like EDM, like dance music, which I'm not a real, although if any of my AI Music Society brethren are listening, there is a gentleman on that group, Kenny B. I'm going to give him a shout out. He has come up with this. So Suno, I showed you. He writes songs with symbols, like hashtag, $, like, and the results he's getting.
Crazy.
And I said, dude, you got to copyright this, because no one else is doing this.
Right.
His shit is, and I'm not even a big fan of EDM, but when he posts his stuff, and my head's bopping, my legs are tapping, but he needs to copyright that before somebody else.
I've never heard of that before. That's very good.
Well, when you go on the sharing threads, right? When you see his shit, click on it, because it is quite impressive.
Okay.
Shout out to Kenny B. And they may be listening to this episode because this week we're doing the AI Roundtable. That's airing this week. And again, I'll run down the people. Oh, if you're listening to this already, you've heard it, so never mind. I do that segment. What do you think? I do the guest segment after my initial rants. I kick off every episode with 4 rants, and then I move into the guest spot, and then I do whatever segments I rotate the segments.
I think you should start with the guest.
No. Is that your honest opinion?
No, I was asking.
No, it is called The World According to Dick Buttons. We're starting with Dick Buttons.
You are Dick Buttons. You want an interview?
I am Dick Buttons. Yeah, but no. It starts with the rants.
Okay.
And I think the guests in the second spot, because people want it, for those who get interviewed, I'm sure they want to hear their segment as soon as possible. So I do 4 rants, 3 minutes a rant. What is it, 12, 15 minutes? I give them, then I go to the guest, and then I do the rest of the segments. Speaking of segments, season 5 is approaching. I need some new segment ideas. Again, I apologize for that, but you're not going to fucking hear it. Here. No, they're not hearing that. I have to find out why. But anyway, the one new segment that we are going to do is the rant counter rant. My friend who doesn't like when I rant says you're so out of line. Like he has a counter to every rant that I do. So I said, well, instead of just telling me, tell everybody else.
I think your rants are legit. I think it's sometimes your comments in everyday life on a micromanaged level can be argued. Your rants are spot on.
A2?
But sometimes you'll sit there and go, what is somebody from Rhode Island doing on the highway heading towards her? And I'm going, maybe they're on vacation.
Well, yeah, that's not a good one. It's a horrible example, by the way, because you just explained it right there.
But you do little things like that.
I do.
You make little first impressions where you say,
ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing a mutiny on the World According to Dick Buttons.
I'm actually validating what you do.
Oh,
your little things. Sometimes you're impulsive on. Your rants are spot on because I feel every single one of them. I go, oh, I'm glad somebody spoke up for the little people who can't get through the damn grocery store without the conversations in between the aisles. It's your little things that you impulsively, the first thing when you see something, you go, boom.
Yeah.
Why is that? But I think that's you thinking out loud because your process is to question it right away. And by the way, to your defense, you always reel it back when somebody says, by the way, that's probably because you go, oh, yeah, that's right. So you acknowledge, because some people are narcissists and don't acknowledge that what they're saying.
I don't know if I stand by my rant. I don't think
on your rants, you are well thought. You see the process. It's the little observations you make that are not your rants outside of that where you go, oh, what the hell is, and if somebody calls you out on it, you'll either back it up or you go, yeah, that could be it. And so at least you have common sense in that spot.
And my life is not that I'm complaining, but like I'm always texting myself. Like I'll see something, I go, oh, I'm going to rant about that. But I got to text myself because I can't remember.
So much
but even my boss at work, he goes, oh, you should rant about that. Like, so he gives me ideas.
Because they want to be defended. People want to be defended because there's things like that just bother them. Guess what? You're the voice.
I'm the voice of the people.
You really are. The people who sit there and say, yeah, fuck those people in the grocery store that are, having a conversation. As soon as you walk in 4 feet of space and you have to get around them.
Yeah, fuck them.
Crazy.
Yeah. But that's, maybe I should call the podcast Fuck All of You. Dick Button says fuck all of you.
By the way, I think that's the subtitle. If you read what you're doing, that'll be the subtitle.
My goal, though, for season 5, if I had to set a goal, we looked at our demographics a couple episodes ago. I want to try to get a younger, I don't know how I could do that.
We should talk to our kids. So you say, listen, what do you, but what the problem will be? Their complaint will be they're ranting about us. So and then we'll have to defend that position because I've already had an issue with my grown child saying, what are you doing? Oh, I'm listening to some AI music and watching the videos. And he referred to some show of some dad doing something. I said, why is that bad? Well, it's not. He said, I'm just making a reference to something. And I'm going, thinking, well, you're going to be here soon, but that's just me.
It made me think. We were out to lunch with my dad, and my brother was there, and his daughter was there, and my brother said something, and then his daughter said, "Oh, you're so much the progressive commercial dad."
Yes, that's what they refer to us as certain things.
He denied that, by the way.
Was he?
No comment.
Okay. Feel listening.
But listen, maybe the reason we don't have a Gen Z demographic is because I have shit on Gen Z tremendously over the past 2 seasons. But yes, justifiably. I mean,
those are not defensible positions.
And I will say, I am lucky enough to have a 24-year-old work for me.
Mm-hmm.
She is part of my department, so I have insight to that generation. And she makes sense on some things, and she'll never listen to this, so I'm not. Okay. So it's okay. I'm not giving her name or anything, but I at least get her point of view on some things.
Okay.
I don't always agree. There's some points that she makes where I nod and I go, okay. I mean, I understand it.
You just absorb it.
But I am going to stand on my principles and say, for the most part, Gen Z has a very skewed way to look at life. And my own daughter, had an issue with the cable company. And I said, well, you're going to have to call. And
they have no patience.
I mean, wait, what do you sign for? Yes, you have to fucking call.
Instant gratification is there.
Are we to blame for that, though? I mean, we talked about this before. I know that I tried to give my kids everything because I
always want to give better to your child.
But I didn't want for anything. So that's not even that argument doesn't hold water. Give better than you got. I had everything growing up. I don't think we were rich by any stretch of the imagination, but I never wanted anything. I had everything I ever needed.
Well, by the way, when you only have bikes and dirt bombs, there wasn't much to have. Nowadays, your selection of what you can have is almost unlimited. Technologically, socially.
Yeah. Well, no, we had no social media. And listen, my buddies and we did Dungeons and Dragons. I was slurring my speech because of this Merlot.
Oh yeah, throw the wine under the bottle.
Is Merlot a higher content? I don't know. Can you read that label? What's the content on that?
You want to continue on without, as I try.
I mean, I couldn't read it. I mean, they make those fucking. Now I sound old. Those labels are so fucking small.
I remember doing that on the bottom of the Torino bottle. Why did they make this so small? And I handed it to my kid, and then they just write it off like it was, giant font.
It's not on the front of the bottle. Maybe not.
If you can read this, sure.
All right, never mind. What was my point I was trying to make? Oh, I slurred speech. And what was I slurring when? Oh my God, what was I slurring when I was the point I was trying to make?
So anyway, we were talking about the generation that we were shitting on.
Oh, I played D&D on Friday nights.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still listen, and I'm not ashamed. I'm proud of that. And the other thing we did for fun, new developments in the area. We used to crawl around in these sewer systems that they built first.
How we're still alive, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it because, by the way, they just built them. They were probably unstable, and there were signs that said "Do not go in the sewers." But me and my friends, fuck you, we're gonna crawl around the sewers.
SOTF generation.
Hey, where's Dick? I don't know.
He might still be back there.
Him and his buddies were crawling around the just freshly made sewers in Piscataway.
And when our kids still play video games, you would have Dungeons and Dragons, or you were doing things like that.
See, but so therein lies the whole I started with D&D, and I remember the first video games I played were DOS games.
Yeah.
You had a prompt. You've come to a fork in the road. Do you go left or right? And you type in L, and then there's a spider. Those were the video games I started with.
Did you ever play Pong?
Oh yeah. We were one of the first kids.
When is that ball gonna reach to the other side of this?
I will say this, and then we got to wrap up. We're already at 45 minutes, but I will say this: growing up, we were the first house to have an Atari 2600. We were the first house to have a cable box. We were the first house to have a VCR the size of a fucking couch.
How about a dishwasher?
Yeah.
Okay, that you hooked up to the sink with the hose.
Yep. We were the first to have a micro. I mean, my parents, pretty fucking cool. We were the first to have everything. And maybe I'm spoiled. Maybe I'm a spoiled. Maybe that's why I rant about everything. Because
or you just making observations. Stupid. That's what you're doing.
There are a lot of fucking stupid people out there.
Okay. Natural selection. Bring it on.
All right, we're at 45 minutes because the round table was a very long round table. So we'll wrap this up. Anything you want to say, Vincenzo?
I don't think. Go, Vincenzo. Go home.
I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. You have no idea what it means to me that we actually have the current list is at 5,000 listeners. I'm blown away. Love you all, and we'll see you next week for episode 13. We're approaching the end of season 4.
That's a lucky number.
But we have a lot of cool things planned for season 5. Over and out, and we'll see you next week.
His opinion, he's ready to grant. He's angry and ready to rant deep. From the madness of the world today, Dick's gonna tear it down his way. Special guests in top 5 lists, reviews you don't wanna miss. He's ready and wants to be